Hello everybody and welcome to zlatanobojmtg, and today we have the promised video of the deck tech for the sealed, sort of miniature sealed event we were doing here on the channel. You guys seem to really want this to happen, so you know, we opened the 6 boosters and you guys love the idea of me making a sealed deck. So we're going to go ahead and do that. As you can see, I've already separated the cards into their colours. So basically what I'm going to do first, always my first step when sort of starting up a sealed deck when I'm at a limited event, is to look for the bombs in each colour that I have. And then I set those aside as sort of, as I call, auto-include cards. These are the cards you definitely want if you're in these colours. So let's go ahead and look at the colours separately for the bombs. So guys, we're going to go ahead and look at the white cards first for the bomb cards. Now, although some of these cards are good and will be included if I do decide to play white, I am looking specifically for bomb cards that will make me want to play white, and that will be definitely included in any white deck I want to play. And so far there's not some fantastic things. Here are the two that I was looking for. Fiend Slayer Paladin is a pretty much auto-include card if you want to take a look at this in white. First strike, lifelink, 2/2 for 3 mana. And it can't be the target of black or red spells opponents control. This guy's fantastic. He is definitely a bomb in white, as is this card, Path of Bravery. We've got this in foil, really nice, as long as your life total is greater than or equal to your starting life total, so it doesn't even have to move and your creatures get +1/+1, plus the added bonus of the Anthem effect. Whenever one or more creatures you control attack, gain life equal to the number of attacking creatures. Really nice, and only costs a reasonable 3 mana. That is definitely a bomb. Banisher Priest, even I would say this is a bomb. 3 mana for a 2/2 is good anyway. We've seen that on Fiend Slayer Paladin, and this has the ability to exile a creature an opponent controls until a Banisher Priest leaves the battlefield. Nice removal, and also a nice body creature to go with it, so I'd say that's a definite include in white. Other than that, white is not looking brilliant. There is some consistency with, I think we've got 2 Fortifies, a couple of Sentinel Slivers, and 2 Suntail Hawks. Yeah, there's the other 4/5. We've got 2 Auramats as well, so white has consistency. But it doesn't have many good cards. Those cards, although are consistent, aren't brilliant. However, these 3, we have Fiend Slayer Paladin, Path of Bravery, and Banisher Priest, are bombs in that colour. If you guys see these at a sealed event, get them in a white deck. These guys are really good. So white has consistency, but no real good cards apart from these 3, I would say. So we'll set those aside now, the bombs over there and the sort of other cards that we'll look at later over there, and we'll go on to blue. Now, blue is not my favourite colour, but straight away I see at the top an auto-include card for blue decks, Claustrophobia. 3 mana enchantment, enters the battlefield, tap target creature, and enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step, locks down a creature. That's what you want in blue. Wall of Frost, Defender, 0/7 for 3 mana. Whenever it blocks a creature, that creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step, so it taps them for an extra turn. I don't think that's a bomb. Opportunity, Seacoast Drake, Time Ebbs, these are all good cards, but they're not things that would make you play blue. At least not for me. Cancel's good, but again, I don't know, I think blue's looking pretty weak. It's got some good cards, but they're not good enough, I don't think, to make me want to play it like the white cards up here. These guys up here make me want to play white. There's nothing in blue, probably other than Claustrophobia, that's actually making me go, ooh, okay, I think blue's the colour I need to go for here. So we're going to go ahead and look at the green and black cards now. So just as last time, we're looking for our auto-include or bomb cards, and we have one at the top for black, Nightmare, a 6-cost flying creature that's power and toughness are equal to the number of swamps you control. Very nice creature, even if you're not mono black, because he's minimum going to be probably a 3/3 or a 4/4 flyer that's only going to get bigger the more swamps you draw. So I'd say that's an auto-include for black decks. Child of Night's really nice. This guy does some serious work. Not a bomb, but a very high pick for me in sealed decks. So I'll keep an eye on these guys. I think I've got 2 of those actually. Corpse Hauler, another one that's very good in these events because of the graveyard recursion. You know, if you lose a Nightmare, you can get him back with a Corpse Hauler. So, you know, that's pretty good. Yeah, there's the other Child of Night. So I'm going to put those to the top actually. Looking for other route. Here we go. Okay, this is a bomb card. Liturgy of Blood is removal. It's unconditional. Destroy target creature. Not like Doomblade, although that's also an auto-include card we'll come to later. But this has the added ability of adding 3 to your mana pool. Allows you to play a creature. Maybe allows you to play a Doomblade to get rid of another creature. It might be able to, you can play a Quag Sickness with it. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to, but I mean, you could. Quag Sickness is actually pretty good. But Liturgy of Removal, definitely a bomb. Definitely an auto-include. Rise of the Dark Realms is an interesting one. I don't think this is a bomb. It's too expensive for me. I think I like playing mid-rangey to aggro decks. I don't like stalling the game out, and I don't think, from what I've seen from black decks, from these black cards, that this style of deck is going to be able to go 9 turns stalling the game out. We're either going to win before then, or we're going to lose before then. Especially if you look at these black cards we've got, aren't very strong to say, okay, Rise of the Dark Realms is an auto-include card, so I don't think it is. 9 mana too expensive. It's good, but it's not good enough for me. This, however, is obviously Doomblade, destroy target non-black creature, 2 mana. It's an auto-include card, so black is looking as strong as white with 3 bombs. Let's see how green fares, because green ability to mana fix is what I want. If I'm going green, I want mana fixing, I want ramp. Glade Cover Scout's good. Deadly Recluse is really good. If I'm going green, that's definitely going to be in there, but it's not a bomb. Same with Rootweiler. Bramble Crush is okay. Ranger's Guard's a nice little trick. Again, there's another Rootweiler. Spawn Mound's really nice. Whenever a land enters the battlefield in your control, so basically a landfall ability. You put a 1/1 green sapling creature token onto the battlefield. So that's a really nice card, but it's not an auto-include. Trollhide's on the verge of one for me because of the regenerate and the 2/2. I think it's a really good card. Not an auto-include, but very nice. Hunt the Weak is fantastic. I really love this card. It's an auto-include for me in a green deck because it's a fight ability, so it's removal for green, always brilliant, and it puts a counter on a creature you control as well. It's just very good. It's removal, it's consistent, it's good. And oh, there's the 2 other auto-in cards at the end. Manaweft Sliver, brilliant fixer. 2 mana for a 1/1, and it adds any colour of mana to your mana pool, plus other slivers you control do the same. It's an auto-include because of the mana ability, as is Elvish Mystic. I don't know why you'd never want these guys in your deck. Mana Elves are awesome. So green, again, the same as white and black, looking very, very strong compared to blue. So I think at this point, what we are going to do is say goodbye to blue, because I don't think there's enough there compared to these 3 colours that do the work. So now we're going to go on to look at red cards and the artifacts to see if there's anything there that would auto-include in any deck we want to play. So we're going to go ahead and look at red, and straight away we have, actually I think I have the two of the biggest bombs in red on the top. Mindsparker, 3 mana for a 3/2 first strike, brilliant on its own, that's fantastic stats. But whenever an opponent casts a white or blue instant or sorcery, it deals 2 damage to them as well. Auto-include for sure, it's an absolute bomb, as is Ogre Battledriver. A 3/3 for 4 is already quite relevant, as I discussed in my M14 videos. But whenever another creature enters the battlefield, it gains 2/0 and haste. That creature, sorry, not Ogre Battledriver. But imagine giving this guy haste. I mean, come on. Dropping this guy down, a 5/2 first strike haste. That's what you want to be seeing. So Ogre Battledriver is brilliant. Pitchburn Devils is nice. Smelt's okay. Obviously sideboard card because it's just destroy artifact. Canyon Minotaur, Lightning Talent is nice. Act of Treason is good. Chandra's Outrage is auto-include. It's removal. This is the area I see auto-includes, which is why you see Banisher Priest, which is why you see Doomblade and Liturgy of Blood. It is removal. And Chandra's Outrage is a brilliant removal card that deals damage to the controller as well. 4 damage to target creature, 2 damage to that creature's controller. It's an auto-include for me. Canyon Minotaur, Flames of the Firebrand again is something I'm looking at and thinking, yes, that's what I want to see. Red's looking strong, especially the creatures I've seen as well. Canyon Minotaur's pretty good, a 3/3 for 4, a 5/3 for 4 here. Pitchburn Devils, a 3/3 for 5 that deals 3 damage to target creature or player when it dies. Red is looking really strong. Red's looking really good. So we're going to put our red bombs up here with our other ones and go on to look at our artifacts. Now artifacts, you don't really ever see bombs in unless you get really lucky. For example, our rare here isn't really a bomb, but it's nice if we had more red instants and sorceries. But because if we do play red, we've only got, a couple really good ones. Pyromancer's Gauntlet's not going to be very good because it's 5 mana, so it's not a bomb I want to be looking at, because I think red's going to be one of the colours we go for here. It looks really strong. The staffs I think are okay, but if you're playing, you know, 2 or 3 colours, I don't think they're great. I think you've got to really be very heavy in one colour to want these guys on your board. Elixir Immortality's okay. I don't think it's a bomb. I think it's a filler card if you need one. We'll go into those later. Bubbling Cauldron's really nice, but only when you've got certain pieces. So no. A Cord of Shield, 0 cost artifact, but only gives a defensive bonus if I'm going mid-range and aggro, which I think it looks like I might be going for with red. I don't want that. Fire Shrieker, however, is looking pretty good. A quick creature has double strike. I don't think it's an auto-include, but maybe this card will get there, depending on if we need an extra card to throw in. Fire Shrieker could be the one. And then 2 Sliver Constructs. Now, if we go green, having a Manaweft Sliver in there with 2 Sliver Constructs gives us a massive opportunity to play 3 colours. They're also quite good, 2/2 for 3, you know, it's a good filler card. But I don't think there's anything there that's really jumping out at me, but there's cards there that we can put in if we need filler cards. So now we have found our bombs in each colour. We've discounted blue completely. We've got either white, black, green or red we're going to make a deck from. Because there's not enough good cards in blue, but we have some great bombs. Red's looking like a definite inclusion because we've got more bombs in red than anything else. And then it's an equal tie between these guys. And we'll see right now what we're going to do, because we're going to look at the other cards. We're going to look at the rest of the cards to see what other filler cards will be great to put into the deck. So let's go ahead and look at that. So now we found our bomb cards up here. We're going to look at the rest of the cards in the pool. Now I'm discounting blue straight away. I don't think there's enough power in that set of colour, to really warrant playing any of it in this deck, because the cards that are powerful and good, there's about 3 of them. And they're double costed, they're not even worth splashing for, because there's better things that do similar sort of things in red, black and white to some extent. So we're looking through these cards for anything that's really going to jump out at us as things that are driving us towards white. Divine Favour is good, but to me white's really looking quite weak. Other than our rares, which are fantastic, don't get me wrong, and also Banisher Priest, white is looking quite a weak colour elsewhere. Sure, we've got some nice tricks with Fortify and some consistency with the Sentinel Silvers and the Suntail Hawks, but these aren't cards that are really making me want to play white. So right now, guys, and I know that this might not be how you guys do a sealed deck, but I'm going to discount white, despite the fact that there are some fantastic cards here. Don't get me wrong, each of these cards is brilliant, but there's not enough support for it for me in the other white cards. So it looks like so far we've got black, green and red left on the table, so let's take a look at the black cards. And looking through black, we've got Child of Nights, which I think are fantastic, as is Corpse Hauler. I really like this guy. A 2/1 for 2 is not too bad anyway, but also this nice recursion ability, and I'm seeing myself being able to get back some good things with Corpse Hauler. For example, our bombs in red, and I think, I don't know, black-red maybe? It's looking quite nice, black. Child of Night, Festering Newt's okay for a filler card. I don't know, maybe splashing black is quite good here. I think black's going to be in this deck. I don't think it's going to be in heavily, but Child of Night's really nice. Corpse Hauler's good, and the removal we've got up there with Doomblade and Liturgy of Blood is making me want to have black in this deck somewhere, so we're going to keep black around for a bit longer. Let's take a look at green. Has green got anything else to add? It has. It's got good creatures. Rootwaller, Deadly Recluse and Trollhide and Sporemound are all very good cards. We're going to keep green around. You see what I'm doing here, guys? I'm looking through and seeing if the cards that have the bombs in have the rest to support it. This might not be how you guys do it, but this is how I do it. I look at the bombs and then see if there's anything else in that colour to support having the bombs in the decks. And so far, black and green have both got good cards, whereas white and blue had, you know, okay cards. White had some very nice rares, but then some very poor cards elsewhere, so it didn't seem very good. And here in red, we've got Marauding Moorhorn, very nice undercosted card, even though it has to attack and return. That's what I want to do. Active Treason's brilliant. Lightning Talons is actually really good as well. 3/0 and First Strike is not to be trifled with. I've seen this guy do some real good work in Limited. So red's looking good as well. Pitchburn Devils is really nice. 3 damage type creature or play when it dies, even at cost of 5 for a 3/3, the ability to incinerate something pretty much as it leaves, or not incinerate, but you know, 3 damage to something as it leaves is really nice. You know what, guys, I'm going Jund. I'm going Jund. I think it's going to be very heavy green with red and splashing black. So yeah, let's get building the deck then, and we're going to start with creatures. I'm set on Jund, guys. Let's go creatures. So here we have our bombs at the top and our other cards in the bottom. Now what we're going to do before we look at creatures or anything, okay, so as you can see, we have our bombs at the top and our other cards here. Now what we're going to do first is look through and separate creatures, because we're going to look at creatures first. So let's have a look here. Corpse Hauler, Creature, Child of Night, Festering Youth, Blightcaster, Altar's Reap over there, along with the Quag Sicknesses, and the Mine Rot, and the Rise of the Dark Realms, and the rest are creatures. So we put those to one side for a second and take a look at the creatures. Undead Minotaur is okay, but it's not brilliant, and I think I'm only going to be splashing black at this point. So I don't think Undead Minotaur or Tenacious Dead are looking great. Festering Newt's okay, but I think these three are the only creatures I really care about out of this bunch, which is why I think I'm only splashing black, because if you look at our bombs we've got here, which is our removal and our Nightmare. Nightmare's a decent creature, but won't be very good in Jund. But our removal is fantastic. Liturgy of Blood and Doomblade are really good, so I'm also going to put Nightmare over here, because I don't think it's going to be in this Jund deck, but we have removal and some really nice creatures here. We've got a Recursion with Corpse Hauler and Lifelink with Child of Night, and a very nice early game creature. Also, it helps quite a low curve. We've got 2-drop creatures here. We've also got a 2-drop removal spell. So a really low curve we're seeing so far, which is sort of what I want actually with a Jund deck. I want low to middle range. So those are the cards we're having from black, or at least we will look at including. Spell-wise, I mean, I can look through this and there's nothing really there I really want spells. I mean, Altar's Reap is about the only thing I can think of that might be okay in a pinch. So I'm going to put Altar's Reap there as well, but other than that I think that's black done with. So let's have a look at green. Creature-wise, we've got Sporemound, Rootwaller, Deadly Recluse, Gladecover Scout, and let's take a look at these. Gladecover Scout's okay, but I don't think it's brilliant. I know the Hexproof is good, but I'm not going to really be doing much with it, other than just attacking for, you know, the first 2 turns of the game, and then it's going to die. Deadly Recluse is a fantastic blocker, so that's a yes, I think. That's a definite. Rootwallers are fantastic. I love Rootwallers. Brilliant in limited, so I'm going to put those in. And Sporemound is actually really nice as well, because it gets you other creatures as well as itself. So Sporemound as well. Then we're going to look at our other cards here. Trollhide is about the only one I really want, but Ranger's Guile is an okay second. For an instant, it's a nice little trick. So these cards are going over here. And finally, we're going to look at the other red cards. Creatures here, we've actually got quite a lot of creatures. There we go. Pitchburn Devils is a yes for me. We've got 2 Canyon Minotaurs, which I think are actually quite good. Nice bodies, even for 4 mana, I think they're okay. Rethigan Firecat's quite an aggressive creature, so I quite like that. And Marauding Moorhorn is a definite inclusion. So I think all these red creatures are actually quite good. Spell-wise, I think because we've got so much removal up here, and also the Trollhide's looking quite nice, Active Treason and Lightning Talons are looking like the best 2 for me, with maybe Wild Guess and maybe Seismic Stomp to go in there as well, but those are the 2 I want. Molten Birth, I think, is a little too unreliable for what I want in this deck. I want a bit of consistency, because already I'm going 3 colours, and Smelt is a sideboard card, which we won't be looking at. So yeah, as I said, we'll probably leave artifacts until the end. I didn't mean to do that. Where did I put those? Seismic Stomp and Wild Guess. We'll leave those at the side. These 4 cards here are if we need any extras. then these are going in. So let's move on to actually sorting the deck out, because I know I'm rambling a lot. I'm a very chaotic guy when it comes to making these sealed decks, so if you're still with me guys, fantastic. I know I'm rambling, but keep with it and you'll see a great deck at the end of this. Okay, so we're going to look at our creature base then. So Child of Knights and Corpse Haulers from the black, Sporeman, the 2 Root Wallers, Deadly Recluse, Elvish Mystic and Manaweft Sliver from green, and from red we have the 2 bomb rares, which is why I definitely wanted to play red. Marauding Moorhorn, Rethigan Firecat, 2 Canyon Minotaurs and a Pitchburn Devil. So we'll put the rest of the cards over here for now. And usually what you want is, I'm going for sort of a mid-rangey control, mid-rangey aggro. So what I want is about 16 creatures. So let's take a look at ones here. I definitely want Child of Knights. We're going to be splashing black, but I definitely want Child of Knights. Corpse Hauler is not a definite yet. In green, Elvish Mystic, Manaweft Sliver, Deadly Recluse, Root Waller, and I also want Sporemound in there. So those guys, because I'm seeing a combo already with Sporemound and Ogre Battledriver. Whenever land enters the battlefield, we get a 3/1 with haste. Really nice. Mindsparker, obviously. Pitchburn Devils. And the Canyon Minotaurs are actually quite good. So let's take a count on our creatures. We'll leave the Rethigan Firecat there for the time being. So about 16 creatures, I said. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Sorry about that, guys, 14. So 2 more creatures. And because I'm going 3 colours, I'm actually going to go into the artifacts here and play Sliver Constructs. I know they're only a 2/2 vanilla for 3 mana, but Manaweft Sliver, if these guys get on the board, is going to really help fix our mana, plus these can be played with any colour mana, so I'm sorry Corpse Hauler and Rethigan Firecat, but I need some colourless love in this one. So we have our creatures, 2 Child of Knights. I'm going to actually sort these guys out now into a sort of curve of creatures so you guys can see what my curve's looking like. So let's go and take a look at that. So as you can see guys, I've sorted out the creatures and we are definitely in an aggro mid-range. We've got our 1-drop, then we've got 4 2-drops, 5 3-drops, 4 4-drops and 2 5-drops. So as you can see, the curve is a very mid-rangey aggro style, which is exactly what I want for this deck. So we have our creatures sorted, I believe, so let's collect these guys up. 16 creatures ready and waiting for our deck. And now let's get onto our spells, because usually you don't want too many spells compared to creatures. I'm going to go for 6 spells. Now what I'm looking for here is the best removal, really. That's what I want. Because I'm going mid-range aggro, I want this really good removal so I can hit through for damage. Flames of the Firebrand and Chandra's Outrage are fantastic. Doomblade and Liturgy of Blood, removal there. And Hump the Weak, removal. And I think Trollhide as well for regeneration. Lightning Talons and Active Treason I think I'll probably put in the sideboard anyway. Active Treason especially. So yeah, I think we've got our spells, and I think they're actually looking pretty good here, guys. We've got a 2-drop, 3-drop, 4 4 2, and again, as you can see, mid-range curve, 1 2 2 1. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This is really working out very well, guys. So we got 16 creatures and 6 spells, meaning we have 32 cards, leaving us 18 lands. So let's sort out our land. So guys, after looking through each of our piles of colours, red is the most dominant colour in this deck. So what I've done is to split the 18 lands into those sort of colour ratios. Red being the most dominant, then green, and then black being the splashed colour. So we have 18 lands, but in red we actually have 7 of those, leaving 11 left. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 5 for black. So that's the mana split we are going for. I'll give you a final layout of the Jund deck we have just created for you right now. So guys, to end with, here is a complete layout of our deck and its curve. As you can see, it is a perfect curve of a aggro mid-range. We are hitting our 2s, 3s and 4 drops in a consistent nice curve. I know we've only got the 1/1 drop and only 3 5 drops, but this middle area is where the power comes from, with Ogre Battledriver, with our Mindsparkers, attaching a Troll Hide to one of these guys, our Root Wallers which you can pump up, our Sliver Constructs, which are just such nice creatures in this deck because of our 3 colours. We can play these guys whenever. With an Ogre Battledriver, those guys are going to be swinging in. With a Manaweft Sliver, those guys are going to be giving us mana. We've got Flames of the Firebrand for removal. We've got Hunt the Weak for removal, Canyon Minotaur, Marauding Moorhorn for the power behind this deck, Spore Mound to give us more creatures and a bit of power, Liturgy of Removal for removal, Pitch, Burn, Devils, removal and a nice creature, Doomblade, Child of Night, Deadly Recluse. This deck is packing some power in the mid-range area. Our mana, as you can see here, is arranged as such. We have our reds as 7, 6, 5, I believe the cut was in the end. And it's looking nice. I'm looking forward to trying out this deck. If you guys want to see this deck in a match, please leave a comment down below. We're so close to 200 subscribers, so please share this video around. I know it's been a bit of a ramble, and I know that I'm not the most organised person making a sealed deck, but this is honestly how I do it. I just go for it. If I see a colour I don't like, it's gone. If I see a colour I do like, it's in. I wanted to make Jund from the start, seeing these cards. As soon as I saw this sort of layout, I had it in my mind I wanted this mid-range Jund deck, and I've done it, and it's there in front of your very eyes. I'm pretty proud of this actual deck. I'm really looking forward to playing it, so if you guys want to see that being played, please do leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching. I know this video has been long, but thank you for sticking with it to the end. Much love for you guys, honestly. Nearing 200 subscribers, I couldn't do it without you guys. This is, you know, I'm choking up here, I really am. But thank you very much guys for watching this video, and I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are.